Later.
Well, mega donors meeting without Donald Trump, and we learned that the Koch brothers network will focus on Senate races, not the presidential race. Trump donor Foster Freeze with me now. A lot made over the weekend about Donald Trump reaching out to Charles Koch and vice versa, and that's become yet another distraction in my mind. But what about the idea that some of these traditional deep-pocketed donors are just shunning the presidential campaign?
Well, Charles, there are people who are going to be focusing on the Senate races, but the network, last night at dinner we had like 450 people, and many of them were very, very pro-Trump and had some heated arguments with those who are going to vote their conscience. So I think Charles Koch is so principled, and Chase, his son, and David, these are just remarkably patriotic, wonderful Americans, and they have the notion that we have to stick to a certain set of principles. Now, they sent 25 questions to all the candidates, and the Trump questionnaire came back. He aced the test, all 25. He did great. But now they see some concern about shifting from some of those positions. So until they get a better feel for what his policies really are, it's those policy issues as opposed to his other inappropriate comments that I think are causing them, because they believe they have to support the people that are for free enterprise and free markets, and they have to back them.
Well, Foster, Donald Trump wasn't your first choice, but you are on the Trump train now. What made you come to the conclusion and have to trust that Donald Trump will actually implement the policies that you think this country needs?
Well, I grew up on top of a Palomino horse taking care of 140 head of steers, and then moved to Wyoming, so the West is really embedded in me. And the code of the West is you ride for the brand, and not necessarily the Trump brand or Republican brand, but for the American brand. And there's no doubt that Trump represents a better pony to ride in that race. And the reason I'm excited about some of his early decisions, Mike Pence, that's a big, big deal. And if you look at some of the people that he's attracted to, you look at Ben Carson and Rick Santorum, Mike Huckabee, Pence, and my good friend James Robison, evangelist out of Dallas. You know, Trump sees something in these people that they're all big fans of that famous Carpenter 2,000 years ago. And I think the fact that he wants to get rid of the Johnson Amendment, which will allow churches to have freedom of speech, and the fact that he's made a comment, you know, we have to end the war on Christianity, and then he would never, ever have the little sisters of the poor pass out abortion pills. So there's a lot of policies in a number of different areas that people can be really excited about once they sort things out and believe that he's sincere in nominating Scalia-type judges, for example. That's the #1 issue in this campaign, as you know, Charles.
I do know, and you know, we're almost out of time, but I do want to ask, is there still a possibility that the Koch brothers could come on board? Is that door completely closed?
Well, no, it's never closed, and I believe they are so patriotic. They're not going to be in favor of Hillary Clinton, and so they believe by supporting the Senate candidates, that's going to have a big influence on the up ticket. If they're running ads now for these Senate races that are really pretty nasty towards Hillary Clinton, and that's going to help the presidential ticket. So they're going to be on board whether they like it or not, I guess.
All right. Foster Freeze, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Charles. Give our pal good luck.
I will. I'll tell Neil you said hi. In the meantime, Monday.